What's up, bro?
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And how about we check the numbers for MP?
And he's a little less of a go-to guy for their offense now, at least compared to earlier on in the season. You can see his usage percentage is slumping over the last 5 games. Hopefully he can be more involved tonight.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Cameron Johnson out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Chicago, they've got Josh Giddey. Bruce Ellis out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu, and it's MP in at the 2. Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now here's MP, Bruce Ellis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's a well-timed play with Bruce Ellis ready to catch and finish.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. No good with a layup. Pass to Scott. Chicago passing it around. Vucevic gets the bucket.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
Jokic with a screen on Giddey. Here's Murray. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Here's Dosunmu. Scores after the quick crossover.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. When asking him about their key to success, he immediately pointed to Jamal Murray. Coach said he's the conductor of their operation. If you want to slow them down, you go for the head of the snake, and that's Jamal. Keying in on the orchestrator sounds like a good plan. We'll see if they execute it. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's MP. Last game out, he had 44. Clark, last year, Jokic had arguably one of the greatest offensive seasons in NBA history.
Absolutely amazing, BA. I mean, he averaged a 30-point touchdown, triple-double, shooting over 57% from the field and 41 from 3. This guy is building one of the greatest legacies we've ever seen in the league.
Outside Brown. Back to Murray. Outside Watson to end the run. And again, Denver no good.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Let's honor a player who set the bar high last month. Our player of the month for the West, Nikola Jokic.
The moment this guy steps on the hardwood, you know what time it is. Offense, defense, transition, it doesn't matter where the game goes. He's going to be the one dominating things.
Now here's Johnson, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
The first one falls. And when you have a multiple MVP like Nikola Jokic, there's pressure to put him in position to win it all, Clark.
Certainly agree with you there, B.A. Widely regarded as the best player on the planet, Jokic has the capacity to will them to victory single-handedly, but ideally, he shouldn't have to. He needs some additional reinforcement to complement his greatness. When your big man can knock down free throws, that's a bonus for sure.
Dosunmu outside. MP high post. Pass to Vucevic. MP, a screen on Jokic. Vucevic's shot is off. Nuggets trail by 8. The kick out to Johnson. Offensive rebound. Jokic passes to Murray. No good. The Bulls on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Scott. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Watson passes to Murray. The shot by Brown, no good.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
MP scanning the floor. Stolen by Jokic. To the middle. Johnson inside. MP's there. Johnson with a bucket.
Great job right there, using his size to full advantage.
Bulls leading by 6. Dosunmu outside. Here's Scott. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Chicago.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Free throw good, MP. And for those teams that look like a total rebuild now, how do they stay motivated, Grant?
Well, BA, for the free agents to be, it's all about the dollar signs. And, of course, for the younger players, this is your chance to show you deserve minutes.
Now here's Jokic. Impressive numbers he's putting up, averaging just over 28 points a game.
Boy, as a shooter, if you've got space, Jokic will find you. It's as simple as that.
Here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. And here is Vucevic. Now MP. Here's Buzelis. Covered by Johnson. Back to MP. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Johnson. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown off the mark there with a 3.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Brown with a steal. And Denver pushing it up now. Here's Murray. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic. Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, BA, his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Maybe not the title you want, but Jamal Murray's probably the best player never named an All-Star.
Yeah, interesting. It's kind of like being the last player or the best player not to win a major in golf. I mean, he is a devastating, lethal scorer and a really good passer, too. And he's been right there on the cusp. I think it speaks more to the strength and quality of talent in the West than it does to Jamal Murray's lack of ability. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player for sure.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Toronto got the job done. He ended up with 44 points, and he was very efficient with his shooting, with a solid percentage in both field goals and free throws. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for DeSumo. The shot by Najee, no good. Bulls leading by 3. Williams with the screen. Here's MP. Hardaway grabs the board.
Not his best work at all. This is the quarter he'd rather forget.
Vincent passes to Brown. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. He's scoreless. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Pass to White. Now here's MP. Chicago passing it around. They get back on track. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
Here's Tyson from behind the arc. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Let's go with a 3. Smith with the rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Scott can't get it to go.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Here's Hardaway. And no good, trying to use the glass. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Boy, this team is on a heater right now. 16 wins in a row, and they've shown no signs of slowing down.
And it is very impressive, but it's also interesting. I mean, even sitting here at the broadcast table and the storyline this group has created has you just impressed and a little scratch in your head because we expect drama and a certain amount of unpredictability with this crew. That's not going away. But I tell you, this team seems to be minimizing or mitigating the volatility. They seem to be a lot more solid of late.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Chicago ahead, up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. Substitution here for Chicago. Ellis is checked in for Williams. DeSumo comes in for Herter. MP's checked in for White. And it's Josh Giddey in for Jones. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Jokic is checked in for Najee. Johnson comes in for Holmes. Watson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Brown subbed in for Brown. We've got Smith. Josh Giddey out there with MP. Then it's Buzelis. And it's DeSumo in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
On defense, the Bulls. Pass to Brown. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic against Smith. Jokic's shot is good. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
Jokic embraces the pressure. He's terrific at keeping his composure and maintaining a cool head, even when the shot clock is up against him.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. Murray makes it look easy at the rim. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Looking more confident offensively. I think he's starting to find a groove.
Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in. This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
The free throw drops from Murray. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Jokic with a screen on Giddey. Murray for three. And it's Chicago with a board. Scott's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Giddey finds MP. Back to Giddey. And here's MP. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dosunmu. Now let's check out the rookie leaderboard. A confident, efficient group of scorers over the last 10 games. MP, number 1. And Denver making a change here. Vincent's checked in. The Nuggets lead by 9. Here's Jokic. From deep, Johnson. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
3 points.
Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
Such a savvy passer. Jokic is patient and gets quality openings for his teammates.
MP left side. Tries to break his ice. Blocked. Now here's Watson. Covered by MP. The shot by Brown. No good. For Chicago, they've gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
Outside Watson, back to Vincent. Outside Brown. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball." Back over to you, Brian.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Counted for Vincent.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Bulls trail by 13. Dosunmu outside. Pass to Scott. They set a pick. Back to Dosunmu. Outside Giddey. Chicago passing it around. MP shot is off.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
Brown finds Jokic. Vincent outside. Back to Jokic. That shot off the mark. And so it's Denver in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hello, everybody. Before getting into the first half recap, let's check in on the injured players around the NBA. And guys, my knee has been hurting a little bit. Either of you two having any lingering injuries?
First of all, let's not talk about knees. Look at mine. But anyway, I got a little backache too, Ernie, going on.
Don't worry, you know I got you guys if you need something hot or cold to help with it.
I bet you do, big fella.
To be fair, Shaq's got a little bit of everything these days. Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Bulls.
The ball security has been terrible. Time to cool down, slow down, and regain control.
Yeah, look at the turnover numbers. It's easy to see why they're in this situation. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court right now for the Nuggets. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Nikola Jokic is out there with Johnson. And it's Watson in at the three, the small forward. Pass to Dosunmu, down low. MP getting it done inside.
Yeah, MP capitalizing on being so close to the hoop.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game. From deep, Johnson. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Chicago. On Monday, they kick off a road trip in Brooklyn, where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Raptors matchup, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
This is one of those nights where Murray was just determined to take over, and he's carried through with that determination.
MP against Brown. The fadeaway. The bank shot, no good. Denver leading by 15. To the inside, Jokic played it in with a nice touch off the window. Jokic has got 8 points.
A nice start to the third, 3 out of 4, and looking good doing it.
Well, the Bulls shooting efficiently, 50% so far. From 6 feet away, here's Scott. Oh, MP with the great second effort.
Yeah, excellent play by MP on the offensive glass, working to keep the play alive.
Murray looking around. Here's Johnson. The rebound by MP. Scott's got 8 rebounds in the game. Inside. It's blocked. They get it back. Second chance effort. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Nikola Jokic.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive in trying to score.
First free throw is good. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are 2 major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Dosunmu outside. Back to MP. To the middle. Chicago passing it around. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer, Buzelis. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. The Bulls trail by 13. MP, the pass to Vucevic. Back to MP. Vucevic, a screen on Murray. 14 feet away, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Scott's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, MP. He got that tweener working.
Denver leading by 11. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Johnson for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. MP drives in. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Murray passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And now let's take a look which point guards are leading this season in rebounding. Josh Giddey, number 1.
Amazing. I mean, owning the glass isn't something a point guard typically does, but he's been special in that area.
Yeah, in addition to the work he does on the perimeter, he's more than willing to get his nose in there and get his hands dirty and getting after rebounds and loose balls. And I think that's why so many folks around the league can't say enough good things about him.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Pass to Johnson. Outside Murray. It's Jokic, high post. Back to Murray. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Outside Giddey. To the paint. Oh, Jokic with the block.
Excellent defensive positioning and anticipation from Jokic. Able to lock the rim down there. Good work.
Back to Murray. Outside Brown. 4-3. And it's Chicago with a board. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. To the inside. Stolen by Jokic. Murray inside. Giddey defends. Johnson with a bucket. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
They also excelled defensively tonight, particularly inside. Tons of shots sent back. It was a treat to watch. You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
White, he's checked in for Giddey. And then for Denver, Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. Hardaway comes in for Watson. And Vincent is subbed in for Brown.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Back to MP. Can they get it? Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Vincent. Now Brown.
2 minutes.
Here's Murray. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Buzelis. Hauled in by Brown. And Brown has got the ball here for the Nuggets. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
They need to rethink their approach defensively. He's shown no signs of stopping.
Some changes for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Herter's subbed in for Dosunmu. And a switch here also for Denver. Strother's checked in. Kept alive. Jokic. Brown finds Hardaway. Denver moving it around. Here's Jokic. Soft touch off the glass. Jokic has got 10 points in the quarter.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense. First in shooting percentage, and they're tops in the NBA in free throw percentage. Get too aggressive on D against them, and they'll make you pay at the stripe.
And you really can't emphasize enough how impressive their field goal percentage is. They run their game plan so well and know how to get the shots they want. The Bulls making a switch here. Giddey's checked in.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
40 seconds left to play in the third. And it's good for 2. Jokic has got 12 points in just the second half.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
A great find by Giddey, a tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Herter's checked in for White. Boy, he hasn't been able to capitalize on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Vincent. And again, it's Denver converting. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Giddey. MP outside. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Scott's got 18 points in the game.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's Denver just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we...
More distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways, so you gotta take that into account.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. And Scott is subbed in for White. Holmes, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Strother comes in for Murray. DeSumo, he's checked in for Chicago. They've got MP. DeSumo is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Giddey in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Strother. Outside Hardaway. Now here's Holmes. Back to Hardaway. Nice move. And here's Brown for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Down low. Here's Buzelis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Scott's got 6 assists now in the game. Brown against MP to the middle. Pass to Strother. Hardaway from outside. The Nuggets with another miss. Bulls trail by 17. Inside. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Too easy for Vucevic. I mean, at his size and with his skill set, I mean, he's a threat down there.
The Nuggets have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Holmes passes to Vincent. Takes a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And MP throws it down.
Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. And he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart. Let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Giddey against Murray. Shot clock at 6. Here's Watson. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
MP with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. He gets it in there. Ellis has gotten 4 this quarter.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Outside Watson. There's the screen by Johnson. Outside Watson. Shoots a 3. Oh, the shot is off. Bulls trail by 11. Outside MP, and stolen by Murray. Here's the break. Outside Jokic. Look at Jokic working inside.
No surprise, Jokic is having a great night. I mean, he is a walking 3-level bucket.
MP. Poke loose. The Nuggets lead by 13. Outside Murray. Now Jokic.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Just 5 to shoot. Cashes in from 18.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
MP outside. Now Vucevic. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And so Murray will bring it up for the Nuggets. 13-point lead. The bucket is good.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
At the line for Chicago, MP.
Free throw good, MP. And here's Watson. 1:25 left in the 4th quarter. Outside Murray. Six to shoot. Brown fires. No good from 3. The Bulls trail by 12.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Nuggets.
And they gutted out this win. Didn't look like their night at certain moments, but they overcame every obstacle, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., just an incredible comeback. Toughness in the face of adversity. You love to see that level of commitment to winning.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. It can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop. energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Now over to Dominic Hamill.
The effort was there tonight, MD. If rebounds meant as much as points, you might have led your team to a win. Instead, it's a loss. How close is this team to winning games like this?
Wow. I mean, really, Dom? We can win games like this right now. We just happen to lose this one. It's a make or miss league. You can grab all the rebounds you want, but you gotta make your shots. Tonight we didn't make enough. Next time we will.
Wish you luck, MD. Over to you, BA.
Okay, thank you, Dom. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.